Hello everyone and welcome to a video review of the Transformers Prime Cyberverse Legion class Vehicon Assault Infantry Decepticon. As you can see, he comes packaged in robot mode. He's got some very nice illustrations of his fellow Decepticons on the left. He comes with a blaster, as it prominently states. And on the back you have the obligatory product shots as well as trademark information. And join us online at Transformers.com, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Hub. Hubba hubba. Here's his bio, which you can feel free to pause and read at your leisure. On the side are his tech spec data. Unfortunately, this poor guy isn't very strong, isn't very fast, despite being a sports car that looks like the Batmobile. However, he does have some courage, so I'll give him credit for that. What's nice about these things is you can cut them out, or in this case it's perforated, and you can save it as a file card, which it states on the side here. Now that we have suffered the ordeal of looking over the packaging, let's open it up and check the figure out. And here he is, Vehicon in his vehicle form. As you can see, he comes with his weapon that's attached to his hood. I'm not particularly fond of these things, but I like the purple color on this one. However, I don't like the way this weapon looks. It's got an identity crisis. It can't decide whether it is a gun or a sword gun, neither, a stabby thing. I don't even know. It doesn't even know. So whoever created it was trying to be too creative and came up with something absolutely redonkulous. Now he does attach to the hole in the hood and along this side of the door and on that side of the door. In my opinion, it just doesn't look right. Now as for the Transformer itself, I do like it. I think it really looks cool. I like the way that it has that Batmobile feel to it, that evil vibe that it's got. I like it. I think it's well done in that respect. And I also like the characters that are in the series, so I'm happy to get this guy. And again, there aren't that many paint apps, which is a bit of a shame. However, it doesn't look too bad on this figure. Here's a closer look at his undercarriage. Here's a size comparison between the Vehicon and Cyberverse Cliffjumper. So they're in pretty good scale. Transforming Vehicon is, of course, very easy, even for a Cyberverse Legion class figure. All you really have to do is pull them apart like so. Take each end here, and you're going to pull out and forward. And these will be his arms. Pull out and forward, just like that. And you're going to take the legs and basically do nothing except split them apart and pull them away from his body a little bit. Now the only tricky part, and I use that term loosely, is you take his chest here and you're going to pull it out like so, and you're going to flip up his head, and then you're going to close up the chest, stand him up, and he is finished. And here he is in robot form, and he really does not look too bad. His transformation is extremely simplistic, but it gets the job done. And he still does a decent job at looking like his cartoon version. And that's okay by me. Here he is as a size comparison with Cyberverse Legion class Cliffjumper. As far as articulation goes, well, he's decent. Again, he is a Cyberverse class figure, and one of the better Cyberverse figures in terms of articulation is Cliffjumper. So to expect that from every single Cyberverse figure is probably unreasonable, but he does have full rotation on the shoulders. He can go in and out, however, his panels get in the way of one another. And he does have articulation at the hip there, forward and back. Very good, out and in. Nice ball joints. He has some knee bend right there. Not much, but it's something. And it does twist a little bit at the hip. And that's really about it. There's no head articulation, there's no waist articulation, and there's no elbow articulation. However, what you do have is still a nice little figure. Vehicon comes packaged with his weapon like this, which is kind of odd looking. However, I think they just did that to make him fit in the package. The problem with his weapon is it's a little bit too large for him, and he has a hard time holding it out, and you have to bend him a little bit backwards just to get him to stand. As for the figure itself, I'm not a big fan of the flaps that are underneath his arms. They sort of seem out of place, and I would have liked to have seen them make a little bit of a hinge there so it would fold up into his arm. Despite his few flaws and his rubbery weapon that I don't really care for, this is a rather decent figure, and he makes a pretty good army builder for a Cyberverse Legion class figure. So you can buy a bunch of these and bolster your Decepticon army. He does have some nice details, he does have decent paint apps, he looks pretty cool in both robot and vehicle form, despite his simple transformation, but that's alright, and he feels like a good quality figure. For $5, he's not a bad deal. I hope you enjoyed this review, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.